What's going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video, back here to discuss the Samsung devices Samsung unveiled at the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event that took place today, August 5th, as the recording of this video. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you guys ignite the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that way YouTube informs you when I drop videos. Yes, that's how YouTube works these days. Hit that notification bell to let you know when I drop content. Now, let's get into the video. So the first thing we're going to talk about really quick is the Galaxy Watch 3. Now, this is the Galaxy Watch. It looks different than this, and it looks really good. Like, in person and seeing like the official coverage of it makes it, the pictures couldn't do it justice. The Galaxy Watch 3 looks fantastic. I don't like that it's Galaxy Watch 3, saying that there is no Galaxy Watch 2, Samsung and their naming scheme, but it is a beautiful watch. I'm a big timepiece guy. Time is priceless, but I don't like these prices of the Galaxy Watch 3. Yes, in the grand scheme of things, it's $70 more expensive than the Galaxy Watch when that released, and $150 more expensive than when the Galaxy Watch Active 2 released. But this is just an inconvenient time to be increasing prices like that, especially if you're trying to compete against, I guess, the Apple Watch series. And I don't think increasing in price is the way to do that, because you were very good competition at the prices you were at. So to me, $400 for the Bluetooth, $480 for the LTE variant. Good thing I don't need LTE, I'm straight with Bluetooth. But $400 is, I think, just a tad bit pushing it, but you're getting a lot for the watch. It's thinner, it's lighter, it's made out of stainless steel, it has trip and fall detection. And for the rest of the coverage, since all the leaks were pretty much spot on for the Galaxy Watch 3, I just dropped a video. You should see it somewhere up here and in the description box below about the additional features that the Galaxy Watch 3 has. But remember, August 6th, $400 for Bluetooth, $480 for the LTE variant. Now let's get into the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Yes, I'm knocking out the short stuff first. They have an official announcement date for September 1st, I guess, I think, in regards to the pre-order, which takes place then as well. But as we see with the Z Fold 2, they changed the naming scheme to match the Z Flip, but then they gave everybody a full screen display now. So you have full screen display on the front, and when you unfold it with a punch hole. That's very good. That's very good on Samsung to really embrace full screen technology for the Z Fold 2, and it's the best looking device I think we've seen yet. I mean, it looks gorgeous. It's a little bit thinner as well. The hinges have been improved to help with, you know, fighting dust and all that kind of stuff. And then it's using ultra thin glass as opposed to the plastic it used last year for the Fold. So the Z Fold 2 is cooking up to be a very, very solid device. It's basically a 2-in-1 device now. 6.2 inches on the outside and then 7.6 unfolded on the inside. You're basically getting a tablet and a phone. So I hope that they actually decrease the price now that the technology is better. You know, instead of $1980, maybe it's like $1880, at least $100 cheaper. But most likely it's probably gonna be $2,000 plus, or the same price of $1980, maybe at least a makeup for last year. So Samsung, for those who are looking for that phone, please keep the price believable. That's the best word I could think for that. So that's the Z Fold 2. The Z Flip 5G is released with the 865 plus 5G processor from Snapdragon. So that's also good for the Z Flip. I think it's $1449. I believe it is coming to T-Mobile. So that's the device I am definitely looking into. I wish it had 120 hertz display, but maybe it's hard to do that with flip technology. I don't know. But that's that as well. Saving the best two for last, I'm going with the Note 20 series next. I'm gonna save the Galaxy Tab S7 for last, because that's what I'm ready to talk about the Tab S7. Before we do, I have one question for Samsung. Why the Galaxy Note 20? I have the Galaxy S20. This baby blue color has been good. The device has been solid. It has a 120 hertz display and refresh rate. The Note 20 does not have 120 hertz. It's a Note device. Again, I thought, and I think a lot of us thought, the Note brand was supposed to be the upper echelon of their devices, or at least in comparison to the S series. But as I said last year, and I have been staying consistent with it, there is really no new Note device, unfortunately. And I think this is the last year for Note devices. The Note 20 has a 60 hertz display. It's got one SKU or one unit. There is only one model. There's no expandable storage. It tops out at 8 gigs and 128 gigs of storage. So, or 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. It's 6.7 inches. It's a little more rounded at the corner, so it does look like an S device. And it's still $1,000. And it's made out of polycarbonate, at least the back. You still get front glass. I don't even think you get Victus. The new Gorilla Glass Victus, I don't even know if you get that with the front glass on the Note 20. I don't think you do. So it's polycarbonate and like Gorilla Glass 6, which is still good, but you don't get the newest technology. What honestly is the point of the Galaxy Note 20? For $1,000, you're better off buying the S20, or you probably even find the S20 Plus at 6.7 inches or so for arguably the same price, if not maybe $50 cheaper or so. You can, and the only selling point for the Note 20 is the S Pen, honestly. But if you really wanted to invest in the Note brand and you didn't want to buy another phone for a while, buy the Note 20 Ultra and forego the Note 20. Get the Note 20 Ultra and you'll be happy because you're getting everything in it. You don't have to worry about upgrading for a while, especially if I'm probably one of the few to believe. I think I saw Ryan from GravX Reviews also say this is probably the last year for Note devices. Finally, some people are starting to catch, get on board. But buy the Note 20 Ultra. Why? The camera's also different. The Note 20 has 64 megapixel camera as its main shooter. And then I think it has a 64 megapixel telephoto as well. But it's a 30x zoom, or 30 times zoom in terms of, zooming in and all that type of stuff. And then with the Note 20 Ultra, you get the 108 megapixel, but you don't get 100x zoom, and it's probably because it failed on the S20 Ultra. So they are advertising 50 times zoom for the Note 20 Ultra. And they both got 3 cameras, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and then the Note 20 Ultra, the 12 megapixel telephoto. And it duos as a periscope lens, so you get better fidelity in terms of your zooming for photography and stuff like that. So the Note 20 in the camera department is better, and it's a little bit expected, so I'm not mad at that. But the Note 20 Ultra has different technology in terms of the 120 hertz display as well, and I don't know if it's for battery reasons. The Note 20 has 4300 milliamp battery, the Note 20 Ultra has 4500 milliamp battery. The Note 20 Ultra comes in at 6.9 inches QOLED, or I shouldn't say that. I should say QHD OLED display, and it's got adaptive 120 hertz. So when you're not doing stuff that needs 120 hertz, I guess it drops down to 60. Would have been nice if it dropped down to 90 or something like that, but 60 is cool. That's fine, as long as you do get 120 hertz when it counts. So that's also interesting that you can't just maintain 120 hertz like you can with the S20. But that's why I said, if you're gonna get a Note this year and you're picking or choosing between a Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra, spend the extra $300 and get the Note 20 Ultra at $1,300. You get a $150 credit if you pre-order. You get a $100 credit if you pre-order the Note 20. So it's kind of unfortunate that they don't at least give you like another $100 for spending an extra $300. So, but you do get a $150 credit, which technically means you could get another product like the Galaxy Buds Live. Now, I have the Galaxy Buds Plus in the beautiful hot rod, cherry red, Iron Man red, and these don't have active noise canceling. They have pretty decent adaptive sound, but no active noise canceling. These bean-shaped buds have active noise canceling for $170. So at least if you wanted to use it on those, you don't have to come out of pocket another 20 bucks and you got the next new product from Samsung. The beans look cool. I mean, would I like to try them and compare them against the Galaxy Buds Plus? Yes, I would, but I'm not as focused on it. I'm very happy with the Buds Plus. And if Samsung wants to hook me up, or if a fellow supporter of the channel, a subscriber, wants my opinion on them and they want to shoot me them, by all means, let me know. But I'm not as focused on the Galaxy Buds Live. To end the Note 20 talk, this is the last year for Note 20 devices. As we saw, and as I said even like a few videos ago, I said that the Note 20 is going to be nothing other than an S20 with an S Pen, and it has proven to be the case. Yes, the S Pen has got better functionality now where you can actually navigate throughout the phone and not just use it for like app-based purposes. But it's not doing anything new. Like the desire for the Note 20 Ultra dropped for me, honestly, because I was thinking maybe I would really pick up the Note 20 Ultra. And maybe I will. I do have a Pixel 4 that's laying around that I don't know if I'm going to use to trade in for a Samsung device or the Pixel 5. I'm really tempted to trade in my Pixel 4 for the Z Flip 5G, you know, but the Note 20 Ultra, again, it's just, you're almost better off getting the Note 10 Plus. Like, that's how honest I think I might be in regards to the Note talk, because the Note 10 Plus still stands out to be a very solid device. And although it doesn't have a 120 hertz display or refresh rate, the Note 10 Plus is going to give you a lot of bang for your money, even at the price point that the Note 10 Plus still comes at. Like, I would suggest you to get the Note 10 Plus over the Note 20. Like, that's how unnecessary the Note 20 is. It's unfortunate because it's a little disappointing, and I'm very curious as to why Samsung still decided to drop 2 Note 20 models when they could have just went with the Note 20 as the Note 20 Ultra, but then instead they wanted to do what they did. And look, they got a phone. I mean, the Note 20 Ultra is priced at $1,300, which is $100 cheaper than when the S20 Ultra dropped. Like, I'm just confused at their pricing scheme, and that's the only thing that might shut me up about the discontinued Note series, in my opinion. But I don't know. But to scratch all that out of the way, we're gonna get to the main subject at hand, which is the Galaxy Tab S7 and S7 Plus. And this is where Samsung made up for their woes of the Note 20 series. Okay, they increased both sizes of the S7 and the S7 Plus, meaning the S7 comes in at 11 inches, LCD, 120 hertz refresh rate. Yes, you said it, or I said it. You said it. That's right, it was said that we're getting 120 hertz on the tablets now. And that's really one of the biggest things I was hoping we was gonna get, along with increased sizes, and they did both of them. The S20 Plus has 12.4 inches OLED, 120 hertz refresh rate. That's all I need, baby. Now the battery's slightly small on the S7. The S7 Plus has 10,090 milliamps, and they both support 45 watt charging. So that's also good. Now, I don't know the specific number for the Tab S7's battery, but I think it's somewhere in the 93 to 9700. So just barely, but it's a massive increase as to the Tab S6, which came in at 7040. Now they still maintain 16:10, which is good for video, because that's primarily what I use mine for, is video. I mean, I use it as my workflow, but video and whatnot. But I love the increased size for editing and just having more screen real estate. And the S Pen also has the additional features that the Note 20 S Pen includes. The back of the phone, as we know, has, you know, this indent for the S Pen on the S20 as well. I don't know if you guys got to see that, but has this indent right here. Okay, it's right down there. But I don't think it's indented. I think it's just colored for the Tab S7 series, and it still magnetically docks to the back. The S Pen does. So that's also good. The case seems to be relatively similar. The case looked a little bit different in the design in terms of maybe putting it on the tablet, but I actually didn't get to see all the way. Now, again, I haven't had no problem with this keyboard, and or this case cover, and if they've refined and improved the technology, then I'm not gonna have a problem with that one as well. So I'm not mad at the keyboard anymore. And of course it maintains a kickstand, and then the keyboard itself, I keep saying keyboard for the case cover, but the keyboard itself looks amazing. It looks so pristine. It really looks like it's capturing that elegance that the Magic Keyboard has for the iPad Pro. It looks more metallic. The buttons seem to be a little more raised or defined. I believe it's backlit, and you could change the brightness of, if not the backlit, your screen via the keyboard. It has a beautiful, nice trackpad on it as well. It looks like they might have shrunk that gap that I was talking about in reference to, like, between the tablet and then the F keys. There's that space that we just don't need that could shrink overall, you know, how much distance is between the front end of the keyboard and the kickstand when you're using it, you know, like this. So I don't know why I don't have my keyboard here with me, but that's one of the exciting things that I find for the S7 and S7 Plus. I'm getting the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. I'm probably gonna trade in my S4 unless I can get a hookup on it. The prices also somewhat increased, not so much for the 11-inch. That's like the price that they usually stick at, around $650. That's for the 11-inch, and then the 12.4-inch starts at $829, I believe, or $849. But either way, it's right in that price range. And then there's something I'm forgetting, but I will remember here very shortly. The specs in terms of storage: 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. They're both 6 or 8 gigs of RAM, and then up to 256 gigs of storage. I believe it's on both models. So you're really not sacrificing too much. It's really just like a screen preference. You want a smaller screen and you don't mind LCD, or do you want a slightly bigger screen with the OLED? I want the bigger screen. That's what I'm going for. Hopefully it releases later in the fall, so we don't have a actual release date for this yet. But all products are pretty much up for pre-order starting tomorrow, and then they should ship or get to you by August 21st. T-Mobile isn't actually like issuing out the pre-orders for any of the devices coming there till like August 7th. So except for the Galaxy Watch 3, that's I believe live everywhere August 6th. But that's my thoughts on the Samsung Unpacked. Again, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the devices, the direction Samsung's going. I mean, it's kind of funny seeing as they had their event and had a bunch of uber expensive products in comparison to Google dropping a $350 phone this week, and then the OnePlus Nord and its excitement at the $400 price point with a 90 Hertz refresh rate screen or display. So it's pretty interesting to see Samsung kind of go this route, but business is business in some way, shape, or form. The only thing that I don't find, or that may be bad, is the Note 20, but I guess they don't mind cannibalizing themselves in terms of sales. But that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys appreciate and enjoyed it. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that way YouTube informs you when I drop videos. Yes, that is how YouTube works these days. But your boy Verso signing out, and until the next video, wait for